Beginning the side story. Wait, where'd I go? I realized I looked over and I'm like, oh, gone. Suskuma has a nice amount of pencils. Oh, absolutely. Everybody has a good amount of pencils. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monika and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yuri! Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monika. Ellipsis. It's her. It's the girl. It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monika leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Yo, this song is awesome. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps inside the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail, containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monika, and this is Sayori. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. That's a weird name. Already? Wait, are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough. Not that you wouldn't be. Oh, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yuri. Requirements: know how to read. Technically, they also need to know how to write because they're writing poems. I'm Sayori, and this is Monika. Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? Yuri looks at Monika. Fantasy is cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont? Wait, is this a real author? I need to know now. Oh no, I failed. Dupont. False author of Prizornia Dragosti. Wait, is this a real author? How do we start a Rainbow Bliss chant? I don't even know what that means. It seems like it's a fake name for an author, which is even more confusing. I can't say that I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book. Okay, there's literally not even 5 books by that author, even if the fake one. So my guess is it's just completely made up. Oh no, I failed. Rip Ataraxia. Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. Aww. Wholesome Yuri, best Yuri. You're really in for an incredible experience. She just wants people to be able to experience the same thing she did. That's so wholesome. Ah! I love getting to know this Yuri. Monika stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. But you probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monika and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I was not prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but it's probably a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. I mean, I don't disagree, but pretty hopeless. Wait, why does that not work? Shouldn't that have worked? Weird. I love that I think it's actually on beat with the song too. It is for me at least. That's really cool. What if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monika, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm so excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. I forgot I have this sideways one. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's scary how you can point out things like that, Sayori. Just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending some time with her. That's exactly what I want to do. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book. At first I thought that said dauntingly chunky boy. Yuri left sitting on the desk. That's great. Oh, that's so good. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Oh! She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about to equal size the one already on Yuri's desk. Holy crap. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Remove the chunky backflip emote? Yes, because we're never gonna use it. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking maybe today we could just get to know each other a bit more. No, it was so good. You couldn't even see it! Y'all are killing me. Fine. I need more emote slots. There. We only have 3 more emote slots, so I hope that was worth it. But it's back now. All right. Oh, you know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monika smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh, okay. Yuri sits down and then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication what she has any more to add. It doesn't show up right for me because I haven't refreshed the page, but it should show up properly for you guys. So, what made you decide to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because Yuri glances over at Monika. Monika came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days to come back because I was afraid Monika told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided I was probably irrational. Wait, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I, just walked out. I was actually really hoping you would come by. Yuri exhales in relief. Sorry, I need to edit that, by the way. Has stuff been changed? I just added a new one. Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interrupt things the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind much, but I have a really hard time having to meet large groups of people at once. So, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. Oh my god, how many tutorus are you gonna do? I guess that's 2 tutorus. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. Tutu. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same thing as I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kind of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just everything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb. Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into. I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, crafty things. I like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something silly that I'm kind of into. You sound quite creative. Not that much. It's just you'd be surprised about how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something I'm into now, right? Sayori nods. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature. Monika, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck with me now. You're stuck here with me now. I'm not. Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as the vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me. Oh, I love this so much. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I just interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after getting cut off. I like going out to the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk and sit and not have people around. It's peaceful. I feel you, Yuri. I totally feel you. It's just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue their conversation, primarily led by Sayori, but with Monika chiming in every now and then. Monika had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult to not join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So you two going to be starting that book on the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monika with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monika are left in the clubroom. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything, I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. Feels nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. She was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of the new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. This is so wholesome and I love it so much. This is the best version of Yuri so far. Mostly because Yuri isn't going crazy and stabbing herself in the middle of it. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes the way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. Only 2k on my level. You literally can't do more than 2k a day. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time again! Not with that attitude. Monika went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Sayori tilts her head, unsure exactly of what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got far too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you are. Well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Didn't realize it was a per day thing? Yep. It's 2k per day. It's to help encourage people to come back and keep redeeming towards it. It's also to give it a little bit more time and give everybody a chance to raise points towards it. I keep forgetting this is here. It's like I'm wearing a necklace. Because I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try and entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monika and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books. You know, like as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyways? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place. You're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I could do to make you feel more comfortable here. Yo, when are they gonna get a tea set? Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Bruh, maybe I'm weird. I have literally never once in my entire life have I ever taken notes reading something. Am I weird? Do I not appreciate books as well as I should? Like, sometimes I'll take notes when, I mean, you can see it on, like, these. My like, reference books was about to get intense. But, like, I have never once done that. That's crazy. So what I'm hearing is this is definitely only taken notes in very specific circumstances. Although I've taken notes in video games before. They were very intense video games, but that was more for puzzles. I don't think I've ever taken notes to try and remember things, weirdly enough. I think of like 2 situations. Was it for like a specific school thing? When I'm playing a farming simulator game? Oof. Will it be on the test, Miss Yuri? Sayori cry. Please let this be the one I want. Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. I don't remember what all the villagers like gives gifts. You know, that's actually a fair point. It was for a competition where I asked questions about 10 bucks, so I made notes for all of them while rereading them. Taking a good amount of video game notes for speedruns. That's also fair. So like, I feel like if you're trying to accomplish something, their notes are really great. But I don't think I've ever made notes for normal playthroughs other than 999, the whole Nonary series. But specifically, I think it was only VLR, and then I discovered that it didn't matter even jack, like it didn't matter at all. So I was kind of salty about that. And then speedrunning usually. It's whenever I'm trying to, there's like a book with weird meta elements. That's also fair. I feel like it's when you're trying to connect things in a video game that are super big overarching. A few notes for La Mulana. That's fair. Like there are certain games that definitely cater to taking notes. Well, he was talking about books first. But yeah, this is a fair point. If you're trying to really like understand and you want to make sure you're getting, I feel like at the start, it's very, very helpful to help you get into it. And then the more you read, the more you like reiterate things, you'll actually start to remember things well. So it won't matter. Like you'll actually start understanding the book. I don't know. I've never read gigantic books like that. I'm actually curious. I should ask Cameron because Cameron loves reading. Like he reads tons of sci-fi. I don't think he's ever written notes, but Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Wait, what did you, hold up, what? What joke? Wait, what? Apparently it's going over my head. Thinking about it, she decides it's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having companies through this, but I'll try to make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Yuri's joke flew completely over Jovine's head. Excuse you, it was Sayori's joke, not Yuri's joke. Unbelievable. Kids these days. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. You can generalize, and you can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart with things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. This should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. Oh, oof. It's okay, Yuri. We love you anyways. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No! Sayori rubs her shoulders against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between the two of them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world story her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through in a way that is in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story of itself, is the one Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. Yo, 100%, Yuri would make such a good DM. Those are the exact things that matter for being able to be a good DM. That's insane. Like being able to like talk about things and still have people excited and not just feel like you're information dumping. That's huge. If I Doki Doki Literature Club D&D, Yuri is the DM, 100%. 100%. By the way, for reference, I didn't break. If anybody else does, roll 1d100. It still works perfectly fine, see? It doesn't like freak out. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are just kind of putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? Side note, there's a 4-second cooldown on the dice roll. That's why it took that long. But like, there must be so much planning and hard work. So you're into poetry. Why am I sitting cross-legged in my chair? Whatever. I love it. It's comfy. That's why. Don't at me. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she'd heard Yuri laugh. Wow, I can't believe you do this to me. Must mean Yuri's having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. I love it! Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Ah, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that requires explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating the social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Also, our initiative rolls suck. Well, you don't have any modifiers. Here, I'll roll a perfect 20. That way you guys have at least something going for you. That. That, but 11 times. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes from her not getting used to the reading, but rather her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh, poor Sayori. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see the way you do. The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and then shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? It's okay to be stupid. It's not okay to be afraid of being stupid. Truth. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sayori is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monika trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Only 19,000 words for notes. Holy crap. Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. My favorite note was, oh god, this isn't what I thought it would be. What even? And then I have no idea what it's a reference to. That doesn't seem like a very helpful note then. I probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh. Dude, the way they split these is so well done. All right, then pictures. What, I got a new picture? Oh, it's a Yuri picture. Oh, the second Yuri picture is so cute too. Look at her smiling. She's smiling. Is that the only new thing we get from her? My guess is yes, because we still haven't seen... Wait, have we unlocked all of the sketches? Sweet. We're still missing one promo, which my guess is from finishing all of the side stories. We're missing two things from finishing, or from the side stories, obviously, because we've definitely played through the whole game. And then all the CGs from the side stories. And the last poem from Natsuki and the bonus poem for getting the last poem. I think that's literally it. This must also be all from... That's a lot of side story stuff. Holy crap. Wait, did I get a new song? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, it's the normal Candy Hearts. Wait. Candy Hearts and then Candy Hearts spelled with a Z. Oh god, this wasn't what I thought it was. Oh. Nope, nope. Next side story, let's go. No, spelled with a Z. Z. No? For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Smile. Smile. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. What is the most unnerving smile? The head tilt smile. It's always the head tilt smile. Minutes pass, and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those students with their work? Such a pushover sometimes. It's gonna leave such a bad impression on the new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one here. Monika rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so... Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monika's voice. She's sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm sorry I'm late. You don't have to wait outside for me. The door of the club room's open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was wondering if I could help you today instead.
Super
Aw.
super despair.
Holy smokes, that's super loud. I might need to turn those alerts down, at least for me. This one's pretty unnerving, you're not wrong. How's it going, Mike? Hope you're having a good one. Right now we're playing through all the side stories, so spoilers for those, and also the pain train knows no breaks. So I hope you're ready for tons of emotions. 'Cause I'm pretty sure that's what. Oh, that one's cute and innocent. Side note, Cyclone, I don't know if you noticed, but I moved the alerts, so now you can't complain about alerts anymore. Side stories, they're the best. So wants to donate your blood to Atua. I mean, you're not wrong. Huh? Me? I noticed it yesterday. I'm sure it's Cyclone approved. Unbelievably based. I'm not allowed to donate blood though. I don't think I'm allowed either. With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'm O positive. Oh, is that the... Is O positive the based one or the, like, cursed one? I know one blood type is, like, insanely awesome because you can donate to everybody, and one of them is insanely cursed because you can only get it from one person. Is it AB? AB negative, I think, is the one that's mega cursed. Okay, there we go. Yep. O positive is mega blessed. There you go. Monika looks into the club room to see herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict may have arisen. It's a little ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after being in the Pate Club. AA. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just make copies for this new flyer, then go around the billboards and replace the old ones with the new one. Yuri nods and the two set off. Poor Sayori. No, Sayori! Go talk to her! Sayori cry. Without Sayori, Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. So... AB is the universal receiver, O negative is the universal donor. Oh, okay. That's what it was. I thought the positive was the one that, Interesting. Yeah, that would require talking to Sayori. No, Sayori's amazing and I will fight you. How's everything going lately? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monika tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? I'm sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. 16 years or over 110 pounds. That's not true at all. You can't be in the UK during that mad cow disease thing. I think they still won't allow that. You have to have a certain blood pressure and like, if you have a heart rate that's too high, they actually just straight up won't take it kind of thing. That's why I believe I can't, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of really weird rules. Some stuff keeps getting repealed, some stuff keeps getting added. Good luck trying to figure out what it is anymore. Say isn't being gay also a restriction? A dumb one, but still one. Yes and no. It's more specific than that. So it's technically not being gay. It's being in a sexual relationship, in a homosexual sexual relationship. Within the past 3 months, I believe. It's not just like, you're gay? Nope, you can't donate blood. It's specifically, again, still wrong, but their justification is, it's very much fearing of AIDS and HIV. They could easily fix that, but that's a lot of work. Donating blood's weird. And that's just for the US specifically. Like, I don't even know other countries' rules. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I also felt so intimidated when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just being intimidated by things I'm not good at. The requirements in the Red Cross are just 16 plus 1 time, and there's nonsense other stuff which isn't listed. Yeah, that's the weird thing. There is other stuff, they just don't tell you very well. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests in me. But it's so cool you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she stated her thought, but can't figure out how to continue it. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. It's not you, it's me, Yuri 2021. I mean, oof, but true. In her brain. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monika pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not only some people? Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monika that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. Looks like they travel, they only care about Zika, Ebola, and malaria. Then they got rid of they used to care quite a bit about mad cow disease. I just don't know how to connect with other people. How is it easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about things I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. Pulse is 50 and 100. BP is less than 180 over 100. Yeah, so that's why I can't. My average pulse is about 100, so I'll go over it a reasonable amount. Although I think it's gotten better, but my average pulse is too high for that. For reference, that's why I can't donate personally. Jovine too, chill. Did you not know that? I think I've said that before. I wish it was that easy. The funny thing is, from what I've seen, it doesn't seem like it's actually unhealthy. Although if you're 180 over 100, you should generally go to the emergency room. Clarification, not my blood pressure, my heart rate. I'm actually curious. Let me look at it right now. But I'm pretty sure mine's very commonly over 100. It was exactly 100 7 minutes ago. Do some fitness streams to get your heart rate more balanced. When I was doing more workout stuff, it was the exact same thing. 96 BPM. Yeah. No, it's not that uncommon, dude. I actually consider doing Ring Fit speedruns. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that uncommon to have a heart rate around that area, as far as I'm aware. I'd be down with Ring Fit speedruns though. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Setting up's such a pain in the butt though. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored, made fun of, or taken pity on. 1545 push-ups and sit-ups. Oh my god, I would die. Do you want to kill me? Because that's how I die. That would be exactly how I would die. Oh, I can't do that because that's designed that way. That makes me very sad. Wait, so can I do this? I'm trying to move this microphone because I kind of want it like here, but tilted towards me. And I don't know. Oh, that's right, the cables. Here, I'm trying this. How do I? Please don't unplug. There we go. Because hypothetically, this should be better than what I've been doing. Do you want to die? Oh, look, I found the mad cow restriction. Okay, I thought there was one. I thought I wasn't completely crazy about that. I wasn't sure, though. Were you born in the UK? No. To be fair, this isn't for me. It was for my dad because he was in the UK during the initial, like, fear and outbreak or whatever they call it. I don't know what to say for that because it wasn't really an outbreak. The news event for it. I don't think any of us were. No. Specifically what I was saying is my dad had was there during the fear time of that. At some point I might reroute it. We'll find out. I don't know. I like this better though. Trickster from January 1st, 1980 through December 1st, 1986. You spent, visited, or lived a cumulative of 3 months or more in any country in the United Kingdoms. Yeah, and I think because he was there for a TDY. PCS. There's too many freaking acronyms in the military. He was there for a military thing. I think he can't donate blood. It feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored, made fun of, or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? I understand. I think I know what she's thinking. Because I know this. I know this emotion too. Hey, can we what if we add even more acronyms to the military? Hear me out. Be quiet. I will hunt you down, boy. Yes, good idea. Yes. I need to sleep closer. I guess I could mute the microphone so you don't hear this. All right, there we go. Now I have a little bit more flexibility. Wait, 3 months after a tattoo, if the tattoo was applied in a state that does not regulate tattoo facilities. I mean, that is a completely fair one. I'm in the MLM. Oh my god. M stands for military. Oh, that's not even an acronym. So how specific some of these are. You're not even wrong. Wait, you're saying Sayori's taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me, or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. The cable was bothering me, I'm not gonna lie. Because it was sticking out here and it was being all silly. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to pity themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Word choice. It was on purpose, but word choice. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say something to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thoughts out loud. It's something Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is one who would give anyone much kindness as they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive with her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay when two different people have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her needs too. We're gonna try that. Hopefully this works. I'm trying to lower, I can hear my S's and it's kind of bothering me quite a bit, so I'm hoping that this is better. But good friends work together and can be what they need for one another. You have to have good communication to talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just, it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing away such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid that people pushing me away every time I push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Character growth. Character growth! It's so good! Yuri and Monika finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika did most of the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and sighs and shakes her head. I'm never gonna feel confident to do it. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but turns to face Monika. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. Yes! Wrong answer. Tea! Although I like to make my own, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Wrong, it's tea, Yuri. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use, like, an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'd be great. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Tiny bit. And then I think turn myself up a tiny bit. Actually, I don't even know if I can. I think this is as loud as I can actually go. Oh, maybe this? Oh! Hey, we did it. We did it, Reddit. Okay, cool. Wait, oh no, I didn't want 90%, I wanted 80. Okay, I think we're good. Nope, never mind. I want like 85, which is really awkward because I can't do anything between 80 and 90. Whoops. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. I was wondering when they were gonna get the tea set because I wanted that tea set. I'm drinking tea right now. This is iced tea, though. Good luck. Monika waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't going to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Bombana. Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly get caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori's been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Dang! I wish I was that organized in high school. Actually, I don't. High school was me not actually doing anything. Which, I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure is healthy for me, but like long term, being able to do other things that I cared more about was kind of nice. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. Wait! I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please, stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after receiving the exact opposite of the response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please tell me. No, I was disappointed in you. Oof. Thanks, Dad. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to articulate your thoughts? Why do you always end up having to push everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with the internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should just leave just escape from here before Monika sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monika what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a foreign pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh! Oh! God, I love Sayori. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you say and you're feeling in your head now are different from the things you're trying to say. I know it must be what you're feeling right now. Did someone say despair? Despair. I promise. I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and then speaks while studying her voice. I think I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's doing anything nice is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. It makes me not want to believe that someone like me can actually like it. So it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, She waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was finally my chance to make some friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't even behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after it got in the mouth. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with the things you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. Sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me, because I already like the person you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's really what I want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons you love it so much. And at the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about it. And learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understandings of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just have to see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you, at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monika. She whispers loudly, "Can I hug you?" Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh, yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can kind of be a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between them and then smiles. I have never heard anybody use the word perplexedly, but I kind of love it. It also sounds incredibly awkward to say. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as a literature club. Yes, about that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate for me to not return the favor to you and learn about the things you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Oh, yes! Oh, that's so good! So I think we've got the new CG. Wait, what is this? This is so cute! I love this so much. Happiness. Yuri, And I think we got a new CG too. Yeah, we do. There goes the Zoom wallpaper. This is so much better. I was promised pain. If you didn't feel any sadness for that entire thing, like, you might not have gone through those emotions before. But like, I definitely feel like if you've gone through those emotions, it's kind of like, in a weird way, digging it back up, but also... Oh my god, hold up. I love this one. Sayori. Silly, awesome, yawny, optimistic, really fun. I can't think of an I word. Ah, it's so good. I don't know. For me, it's like, to a degree, relating to these stories. And then also going through imaginative. Oh, that would work so well. I don't know. I can't think of a good I word. But I love these. To do. Wake up, get ready, get up, get ready, go. Just the check mark on to do, though. Oh, I love this. I love the little stick figure drawing of Natsuki. The little stick figure drawings of them all. Immaculate. Yes. Natsuki dunking on Sayori in the trash basket competition. No joke. Also, I love how Disguised Toast is just kind of chilling in the middle there. Be positive. Dude, I love these. I love these so much. Beach packing list. Swimsuit, sunscreen, bucket, towel, floaties. Don't forget, ask Monika about this. Wait, don't forget what? Don't forget what game? You can't do this to me. Also, the like baller S in the corner. Always a classic. All right. We're a little bit late for a break, but it is that time of day. So go ahead and get up, stretch, grab some water, be healthy. Do all those things that you need to take care of yourself. You know, like make a gigantic sticky note wall. Yo, I kind of want to start adding actual sticky notes. How many points do I have to make it for you guys to start adding sticky notes to my wall? We will find out. All right.